Okay, first you have to be able to understand what is the role of the Transport Authority. The Transport Authority is responsible to ensure that planning is coordinated, but not only coordinated, it is also consolidated. We're also responsible for making sure that we integrate implementation as a whole, which then allows us to bring transport together into one place. Now, my role as the CEO of the Transport Authority is for us to ensure that all this gets done. But not only that, at the current moment as the interim CEO, my role was for me to be able to set up the entity, and from setting up the entity, then complete the projects that had been running, such as the integrated transport master plan, the strategic transport plan, and the integrated implementation plan. The most important thing in improving mobility as a whole in the provinces, one is making sure that we have integration. Then from integration, then we have to make sure that we have coordination. And coordination means making sure that all the cities and everybody else actually does what they're supposed to do, and they do it in a coordinated manner. Then ultimately there's also the regulatory part, which is us regulating fares, regulating how permits are created in order in the city, for us to be able to make sure that everything runs smoothly. To enhance commuter experience in Gauteng, you need to be able to understand the context of Gauteng. Gauteng is made up of 5 regions, 3 metros, which is Tshwane, Ekurhuleni, and Johannesburg, and 2 district municipalities, which is Sidibeng and Merafong. Now, once you understand that, you get to be able to understand that everybody travels across municipal boundaries, and as they travel through municipal boundaries, they have to actually get the seamless transport that they need. Now, we need to go back to legislation. The tag has been set up on the basis of Section 12(1)(a) of the National Land Transport Act, which actually speaks to an entity of a provincial government or a city may set up a coordination structure to be able to bring together those who are willing to be able to improve public transport as a whole. Now, one key issue that the Transport Authority is responsible for is ensuring stakeholder alignment. And it's about aligning stakeholder priorities, aligning implementation issues, aligning planning. The innovations are many. One of the first few things that we're doing is we're creating an integrated fare management policy, and that fare management policy will allow us to then be able to make sure that we regulate pricing of transport as a whole, and which will make it affordable for everyone. Then secondly, we're actually making sure that we are coordinating planning, and that planning has to be able to bring together what has to be done, and coordinating the implementation across the entire province as a whole. But ultimately, it's about us making sure that we set up the norms and standards for public transport. It doesn't matter what you do. You can put as much technology on transport. If you do not sort out the norms and standards, the manner in which this gets implemented, you will not get it right.